Lord takes the best of us to sit beside him.
Bishop Aelfirth? He is not with God. He is locked in a flaming...
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house. In search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It's you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do, but I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
Why deny the pleadings of an unwashed pagan who aches to know God? Take me as I am, and I will do your Lord's bidding.
How great is the burden of learning for one so unworthy. But I see that no amount of instruction in the Lord's words will save your soul. Come.
Who am I to meet, priest? I cannot stand waiting in silence.
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush! Your prattling offends God's ears. We're here!
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
I learned that your God fears death just as mine do. Just as every man does.
Yet through our Lord, we may achieve life everlasting in his glorious presence. Perhaps you missed that detail.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke is a member of the Order as well. The wolves biting at my skirts grow craftier by the day.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs, free men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your God. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. If I made it easy for them, they might even return Sigurd to me.
I would return him to you myself, if I knew where they were holding him. But Fulke's treachery has blindsided me as well.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust?
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the West Gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, Great King, but the day will come. I need to find this reeve, Goodwin.
You have not left the church in...
What troubles you?
God will speak to me, I know it. He will show me my true path.
You have
God's light will show him his path. Maybe I can illuminate the lectern somehow to cease his prattling.
God is giving me a sign. If only I could see it. See his light.
a sign? God in heaven, give him a sign. Set him on his true path, far away from me.
Yes. Illuminate me, oh Lord. Illuminate me. Yes. Illuminate me, oh Lord. Illuminate me. Send me a sign. Illuminate my Another ray! Is that the sign? Rattle of my soul, Lord. Wait, is it? It must.
That should do it.
My path is clear. I must throw off the shackles of brotherhood. I will dedicate my life to glorifying God through another. My account must be one of utmost grace, exhaustive, immortalizing the great acts of the prodigal Alfred. Oh, thank you, Lord. I will write a blessed manuscript praising Alfred and his great works.
So I have set him on a path to glorify Alfred. That pompous Saxon. I hope his writing reeks as much as he does.
Winchester mourns a good bishop and a strong, virile man. May he find his peace with God.
Asser, is it? How's your writing faring?
Who are you? An admirer? Can it be true that so soon upon my path God has sent me adulation? I have only just begun to walk in Alfred's footsteps. Oh, but please read my scribbles. Enlighten yourself about our great king.
Thank you. I am sure it will be informative. Asser should have stayed a monk. Not a patch on our sagas. Where's the drama? The heroic brushes with death. Asser should have stayed a monk.
Redan Schulon.
That Selwyn's got some stones on him arresting Alfred's man. Who rules in Winchester anyway? Is Alfred king or not?
Well, you ain't, that's for sure. So keep your mouth shut and do as you're told.
Shut your mouth, yeah? Unless you want yours to rot off in the keep.
Goodwin gone, and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him?
Get away from me!
Goodwin gone, and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? Papers thrown on the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks? Or the guards destroying evidence? Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison.
By God, Harry Balls, you are a thief and a swindler!
You seem agitated.
What gave it away? The fact that I had to debase myself pissing in this swindler's pond, or the angry shouting?
This man has something of yours?
And here's another godsend to shit in my stew pot. Sod off, unless you are going to magic Alfred's jewel out your arse.
If the jewel belongs to Alfred, it might be worth a pretty penny.
By God, Harry Balls, you are a thief and a swindler! Give me the jewel, Alfred Commissioner!
You! What are you doing in here?
I am not your enemy, yet. But that man outside certainly wants Alfred's jewel.
Oh, Jesus wept upon the holy cross. Fuck off, the both of you! Alfred will get the jewel when I get what I'm owed.
Peace, or you'll feel my blade in your guts.
Sorry, my beef is not with you. I only ask for what coin is fair. It cost me double to make over what was agreed. I have a wife to feed.
If the jewel belongs to Alfred, then on your life you'd be wise to deliver it for the agreed price.
Marry on a donkey! You deserve the bloody thing. It's not worth my hide. Much as my wife would love to be a widow.
I have your jewel.
Well, I didn't ask for your help, but I am glad of it. Alfred commissioned this rare thing.
How rare?
Filigreed gold, centered with a rock crystal and enamel plaque, a miniature of our most beatific Lord, Jesus Christ. And you're going to just keep it, aren't you?
You may have it. But tell your king it will all be mine soon enough. His jewels, his treasures, his city, his throne.
What? No, God's pearly tooth! Here's payment for you, and we will both forget this meeting.
Thick walls and thicker guards. A place to keep a valuable man. Reeve Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife to be carried out soon. Evidence against the Order of Ancients, stolen from Goodwin?
A Dane in Winchester? These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, and you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I have your papers here, taken from the captain of this keep.
A marvel. History will name you the Protector of Winchester. A pricking irony.
And not lost on me. Now let's go, before they discover their eel has slipped the hook.
Let's regroup beyond the walls!
I am grateful for your help.
It's a brazen move, to arrest Alfred's favored Reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but defiled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They're dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor of the Raven Clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name doesn't rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our three heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
Alfred believes at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the Sikhs.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
One calls himself the Quill. Are words his weapons?
There were rumors of letters nailed up around Winchester. It may be that one of these can tell us more.
The gallows? What do you know of him?
Must be another Reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice. And this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
The gallows had you arrested, so he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn? Of course. That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
Works in mysterious ways, taking his servant in so terrible a fire.
Bishop Aelfirth was no man of God.
Hush! Selwyn has hanged men for better thoughts.
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul. There are rats in the grain store, and Alfred has set the trap. You cannot steal and be welcome at our heart. You cannot slander and keep your tongue. You cannot walk freely through our streets, mocking our laws, our king's edicts. And so I ask, who has the right to determine the fate of the perverse, if not the goodly people of Winchester? I am but your humble servant. Leona, you have been found guilty of harlotry and defamation.
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few? To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove.
You grind your heels into the backs of freed men, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reeve. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree. I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
No longer freedom in Winchester.
Safe from his blade.
Flank the idiot! Press hard!
Bleeding dunghill!
I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
Selwyn is dead. Selwyn punishes criminals, as it should be.
He's the worst criminal of them all!
Their own power and position. I am sorry I could not save your husband.
My son is not an orphan today. You did more than enough.
You're pretty cocksure for a child.
You would be too if you had miracle legs.
Miracle legs. They seem pretty normal to me, girl.
Looks can be deceiving. Have you heard of the great Pheidippides, the mighty hero of old? ran all the way from Marathon to tell the king they won the battle. Then guess what happened? He only fell down dead.
Dead? From running?
It was very far. Girls can't fight. It's the rules. But like Pheidippides, I'm going to be the fastest messenger who ever lived.
So when the Norse defeat the Saxon armies, you'll quickly bear the bad news to your king.
Them sissy britches. Fat chance. So do you want a race or not? I've beaten everyone else in the whole world.
In that case, let's run. You're fast, I grant you, but you'll not outrun me. Let's see these miracle legs of yours.
Ah! Great Pheidippides! Give me speed! Whoosh!
No other Saxon has been able to keep me on my toes like you, little one.
I never thought I would be beaten, but you run like the wind. I'm glad I had a real challenge.
And I am glad to have given you one.
Do you like interesting places? I've run all over Wessex, found some scary, spooky magic spots.
Exploring such is what I live for.
I'll give you my diary. I call it The Many Wondrous Runnings of the Galloping Miracle Legs. Bye-bye.
Another puzzle. Must serve some purpose.
A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
And here is the axe I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow.
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
I did only what I agreed to, Alfred. If your crown now weighs heavy, I would gladly take it from you.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Eivor? Yours and ours.
The quill remains. What do we know?
The decay of learning has been gentle in Wessex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The quill preys on this lapse.
Someone disagrees with your reforms, Alfred, and he's calling the children to arms.
Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets, feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad Reeve, Selwyn. I saw you punish him in the square.
He hurt many people.
Yes. He hurt my mother to death. Then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
Such a sad story. Take this. Perhaps it'll keep you off the streets and out of trouble.
For me? Oh, thank you.
Spry little mouse. Will you lead me to your quill?
Stop struggling and give back that apple.
You there, little cut purse.
Keep your beak out, Nosy! I'm starving!
You little street rat.
No! Get off! Someone help me!
Stealing apples, eh?
Fruit don't feed a grown boy. Do you have any chicken?
I don't, but maybe you can tell me what you know of the quill.
The quill? God blimey, you're brave. Find Elwyn and Wigbert. They see everything.
Gods be it! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
again? You should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotnar.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this, things just go whoosh. Well? Oi! Wigbert! You great moon calf.
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it. What you looking at?
Turn around, walk away, and you keep your insides inside.
All right, no harm meant. Stay out of trouble, you grub mite.
Ha! That showed them.
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
I'm looking for the quill. So I'm asking you, his little worker bees.
Us? Working for the quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
Those were the quill's meat mops, and you sent them scurrying off with their tails between their legs.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give her what you took. Maybe she can save us. Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that.
I should watch out for a mousetrap.
I didn't get nothing today. I like the pretty things. I'm going to marry King Alfred, and he's going to whisk me away from all this toil. Everyone died, and left me alone on the streets.
There's never enough food. I'm always starving.
Now, Elwyn. You have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
Set your shoot the rat down!
Elfa, may your roof shield thee. Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
Coward! Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her heart? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you can't. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it?
Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
Goodwin said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
Is this where Justice hides when she's tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I have been called worse.
Be thou hail, Ealdor. That's Life Destroyer in our dialect.
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
I could use someone like you in my settlement, with ink on his fingers and a sense of honor.
I would love to devote myself to the study and practice of the law. There is a weariness in war I wish I could shake off.
Impossible. Even in death, our battles will rage on. It's the way of things.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Are you sure the Sikhs is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Sikhs is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I don't believe it. Too much theater in Winchester. Overwrought players and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger. Whether you find or make a corpse, meet me at the Witten with your report.
If the bishop is Wormmeal, then here should be the proof.
A stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping, singing to them, so they are not frightened before they meet God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Elfirth?
Have you seen Layoff? My poor friend. Poor Layoff.
Layoff. What happened to him?
Sleeping. Sleeping like my dog when I hugged him too hard.
Someone hurt Layoff?
Yes. And while he slept, they stole his face.
I am sorry for your loss.
Makes no odds to me. But I'm sorry for Harriet. She cared so much for him, more than a sister should.
Did you know Bishop Aelfirth?
Barely. But can you still smell the burned flesh? It's rife across the whole graveyard.
Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
I know the burden you bear. Such a weight of sin you have taken on, and all for your brother's sake. I know he lives.
No, He said it was for the good of all. I am his loyal sister, and I tell you, he is dead. You hear me? Dead. Leave me alone. I cannot betray my brother. Guards, protect me!
Only as...
God! Remain steadfast! Damn you!
Why will you not leave me alone?
Enough of this, cat and mouse. Where is your brother, the one they call the Sikhs?
He is a ghost now. But he will make himself flesh once more at the Witten. And Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Alfred?
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfirth will lead us all. Risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
The Sikhs must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Alfred.
clerk or abbot can turn the letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfirth is dead, and we mourn him. But the foul deeds of the unrighteous are sown among our holy deeds, like cockles and tare in a field of wheat. Education, wisdom, enlightened thought. This will raise us above the sins of our fathers. These I will demand of the next Bishop of Winchester. And so we meet to discuss all worthy candidates and choose the man who will shepherd our flock.
The king is mine!
By God, it's true. The bishop lives.
Stand down!
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came, and God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's god was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's god is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk.
A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
Aelfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king, we'll go by back streets to the Old Minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.
Aelfirth, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
He wrapped himself in a death cloak to murder your king.
Shouldn't you rejoice at the death of a king? You are a heathen and a devil.
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another. Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness, but this damned Order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the bishop's house. You may find answers there.
If Aelfirth's sister spoke true, I will find answers in the ruins.
This must be it. The door to Aelfirth's secrets. I will send this to Hytham. He may make some sense of it. Everything they did was to undermine Aelfred. She lied to me. There is nothing here of the Order. I should see Aelfred for my reward.
Come forth, Eivor.
Here is far enough.
When wrongdoers came to devour my flesh, these enemies stumbled and fell.
Have the laws of hospitality been thrown out, Aelfred? I did exactly as we agreed.
That you did. But do not mistake necessity for friendship.
You are a man of your word, a man of God.
Indeed. By his example, I live my life. Goodwin?
Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder of Christ's sacrifice and our charity.
This too I offer you. Live here among us in peace as a Christian, or die a pagan in a blood-soaked field. All you have to lose is life everlasting.
And if I choose neither?
He offers you hope, Eivor. A life of purpose, above and beyond this one. You'd be a fool to refuse.
Your reign will end, King of the West Saxons. Raven wings will beat until your throne crumbles to dust.
You were wrong, Goodwin. This one is beyond saving.
Had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it. Damn you, Aelfred!
Take it! Ah! Target practice!
I will return to Hytham and Randvi. They will want to know what happened here.
Faith is is all that stands between you there. Day, come and be saved.
Don't you get tired of all that yelling?
Welcome, heathen. Praise God who has brought you here to join us.
My ship is not steered by your god.
Cease your blasphemy. You have been summoned by God to be baptized. Submit or pay the price.
And how do you plan to make me?
Faith is our weapon, and the only one we need.
Your threats aren't worth the breath of my arse.
We'll see about that. Faith! Cleanse this pagan scum!
Sinner! Die at the hands of faith!
Think twice, nun. I won't be dying today.
Smite the unbelievers! Smite them till they're smitten!
Odin's spear! Did your father mate with an ox? Is that the best your god can give? People will worship anyone these days.
Faith! Faith! Oh, you monster! How could you? She was so sweet, gentle, and delicate.
Great. Now I have to find someone else to tell me what to do.
Here in the Chu Valley, old kings of Wiki still dance with the stones of the Nephilim. I have taught them of the power that sings here. How dare you tamper with these sacred threads? A voice scolded me. You must leave me, he said. Divorced from the Illuminat. His voice waxes and wanes, but a soft song still finds me in my penance. I bend a knee and leave a grain of sand for the old winds.
There is a force here. Invisible.
I watched you on your approach. How must it feel not to carry the weight of years?
I am not a child.
Yet I see in you a child's blissful ignorance of the world's darkest truths. A fool.
You gathered all this from a glance.
In this way, I am wise. Perhaps you will learn better through flighting. I will challenge you.
I accept, and I'll place a wager on it. Here's my bet. You may begin.
You are savage, uncouth, and care little for life. Like the rest of your kind, you breed misery and strife. Both your hands bear the blood of 1,000 dead men.
1,000's a pittance. It's closer to 10.
Not the worst. It's a shame you're so calloused by warfare and pain. That you'll joke about death and treat life with disdain. Is it worth it? The killing, the torture, the slaves?
It is not mine to judge, only fill up the graves.
That was fine. Yes, your avarice means that you'll just never see that this war will not grant immortality. You have one life to live, so why throw it away?
You're naive if you think that there is any other way.
Really? Enough! I've heard more than my fill of your cruelty. Take your winnings. May spending them bring you fleeting joy.
I promise it will.
God, why did you fashion me from such weak clay?
You pace about like a dog afraid of a beating. What troubles you?
Oh, stranger. Here's a tale. I love Evelyn, a hunter's daughter.
But the hunter's a fearsome fellow. Set me a task, he did. There's an arrow stuck in that tree above that the hunter once fired there. Before any man can have Etherland, they need to climb up and get it. Many suitors have tried. All failed.
Looks like child's play to me. Maybe I can help.
Oh, you do mean to help me. God bless you.
A lynx. And he does not like visitors. This one has a letter. Perhaps it will shed some light on this strange affair.
Praise be to you, stranger! Bring it back, won't you?
I have the arrow. Proof of your boundless courage.
Oh, thank you, stranger. I'll name our firstborn in your honor. Swear I will. What is your name?
Eivor.
Eivor, eh? Huh. Well, maybe just something that rhymes with it then. Would that do?
I found the other suitors. A lynx had made its lair up there. A hunter like Ethelend's father would have known that.
Oh, surely an innocent mistake. But I must bring him the arrow. He'll be so pleased someone's got it at last.
I found a letter from Ethelend. Seems she didn't think much of you. You were far from her first choice.
Oh, I know. She's made no secret of that. But now they're dead, and I'm not. So tra-la-la!
I'm sure her father would be thrilled. So odd. What are they for?
strange forces work here.
Here! Very tuned. Wait. You there, Dane! Come join your fellows. Music is my gift to you all.
Here's a merry gathering. A Saxon playing for Norsemen.
What joy a man gives is given back threefold. So my love used to say, dear Chiro. I sing now for her.
Used to.
Used to. But now is no time for sadness. Join our revels. I was about to open a cask for my new friends. Come one, come all. Nothing heals the heart of woe like a mug of ale. You look like the sort who laps at their brew like a kitten.
Wrong. Thor himself pales when he sees me take up my drinking horn.
Ha! Come and prove it then. Saxon, give us a song. Show me how the Raven clan drink.
You'll be under the table before I've even warmed up.
Oh, we'll see about this.
Be kissing a flagstone soon. I feel cold fingers spreading through me. This is poisoned ale.
Oh, feels like Jormungandr is turning in my stomach.
By Odin, this new ale is strong.
100 lives
I think I'm going
I
blind.
promised my love as she lay dying. A Danish arrow in her breast. 100 lives for hers. But there is one who has not been laid low. Let me see to that.
Murderer! Reaver! Death to all fiends!
Even second! I am more than your equal! God! My head!
I'll grant you the long...
He lured his prey with music, then he poisoned them like a spider. Grief sick or no, the world is better without him in it. The order in Winchester has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Alfred himself. The order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Alfred? The line between friend and enemy is a porous one.
I want to see the Alliance map. What of Essex?
We received a summons from the Ealdorman and his Lady of Colchester, requesting you specifically for a matter of great secrecy.
Foreboding. And who is this Ealdorman? One of King Alfred's lackeys.
According to my scouts, he is a man who cares more for his own indulgences than the safety of his people. Approach with care.
I will leave at once.
An alliance in Essex would be invaluable, but go with caution.
It seems Alderman Beerston has made this ruin his longhouse.